Okay, so this is a quick tutorial on web design for non-web designers. I'm going to get straight into it. So first of all, I would suggest you read the blurb of text above this video on my blog post page. It will just list the tools and techniques we're going to use and why you might want to do this. But just for purposes of speed, I'm going to get straight into actually making the changes. So first of all, go to the website you want to play around with and change. So for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to work on the Macmillan homepage. So we want to take a screen grab of that and then bring it into Photoshop. So to do that, press Shift, Control, Command and the number 3. It takes a photograph. Go to Photoshop and open up a new document by doing Command N. You can see that the width and the height are automatically set to the photograph that I've just taken of the screen. So all you need to change here is the name. Just it's a good habit to name files, etc. So let's call this homepage redesign. Okay, and then we're going to Command V to paste the photograph in, and that's us got our homepage open in Photoshop to start messing around with. Okay, so let's just say for the purposes of this tutorial, we want to find out what the page might look like if we make the donate button a little bit bigger and move it to a different location. And we also want to, let's just say, take this widget on the side. These are things that people are talking about on Twitter, I think, and we want to switch it with the carousel that they have here. We just want to switch them around and see what it looks like. So really easy to do. I'll just go through it. I'll work on the donate button first, and then you'll see how the exact same process and tools can be applied to any other element of the page. So first thing I want to do is name the layer that I've just taken, the screen grab that I've just pasted into the document. So let's call it original homepage, because we'll be making some changes. That's how you spell original. There we go. So we've got our first layer there. Now we're going to use the Marquee tool, which you press M to select, and it is the tool that you use to select different elements of your image. So what I'm going to do is just click and drag over the first element I want to edit, which is the donate button. So like I said, we want to make it bigger and move it to a different location. So I want to copy and paste it in a oneer, which you do by pressing Command J, and you can see this new layer has appeared, and that is, if I hide the other ones, you can see that it's the donate button. So it's a good habit to name your layers. So let's call this donate, hit return, and now we're free to edit this as we want. So with the move tool, which you press V to activate, you can just basically drag it anywhere you want. So let's just move it a little bit higher up the page. You can also use the cursors on the keyboard, the arrows, to fine tune the move if you need to be a bit more precise. I might even zoom in a bit just because it will make things a bit easier. So just using the arrows, I'm moving it around. There we go. I also want to make it bigger, so we're going to use the transform command, which is Command T. And you can see then you've got the box surrounding it, which you can just click and drag and make it bigger. Like with most tools in most programs, if you hold shift, it will constrain the proportions, the ratio, so it doesn't go all skewed. So I'm just going to hold shift and drag an arrow and make the donate button a lot bigger, and then hit return. And there we go. Now you can see the original donate button underneath. If I just hide our new version, you can see the original one we want to get rid of. So again, I want to use the Marquee tool to select a specific area and make sure you're working on the original homepage. And I'm just going to click and drag around it. And all I want to do now is just color that area in green. and I want to use the same green as the background, obviously. So you want to press I for eyedropper, and then this will just activate the color that you choose, that you click on. So if I click on the green, you can see that the green in the bottom left corner is activated. And then B for brush, and then with the brush tool, I'm just going to paint it. And you can see, because we've selected that area with the Marquee tool, we don't have to worry about going outside the edges. So that's that done. Just press the Marquee tool again and click anywhere on the canvas to get rid of the marching ants, and then I'm going to make the donate button reappear by clicking on the layer icon. Zoom out a bit. I know it doesn't look great, but it's just for an example. So that's the tools and steps that you take to move an element and get rid of the original. So we're going to do the exact same now for the carousel here. And like I said, I'm going to replace it, switch the positions of the carousel and this what people are talking about widget. So I'm just going to switch them around. So going back to the original homepage layer, I'm going to get the Marquee tool, pressing M if you've not already got it highlighted. Just click and drag, and then copy and paste in a oneer. And you can see now we have this new layer here, and I'm going to call this people are talking about. There we go. And I'm going to go back to the original homepage layer again and do the same with the carousel. Using the Marquee, just click and drag. Command J to copy and paste in a oneer. Name the layer. Let's call it carousel. Hit return. Okay, and now if I hide the original homepage, you can see that we have all our different elements isolated from the original homepage layer. So like I said, I want to just switch them around, but first what we want to do is get rid of the underlying elements on the original homepage layer, because we don't want them showing up in the background. So again, going back to the original homepage layer, I'm just going to click and drag, and I want to get rid of all of this because we're going to be switching things around. So again, the background's white. It might be a little bit off-white though, so just with the eyedropper tool, select the color you want to activate. B for brush. I'm going to make the brush a little bit bigger by using the square brackets on the keyboard, and then just simply color in. And hopefully you can see the reason I'm doing this is so when I show the other elements, so we select the carousel on the layer, use the move tool, it means when we move them there's nothing underneath, so you can see now why I had to get rid of the background. So like I said, I'm just going to switch them over. So I'm going to bring the carousel over here, then go to the people are talking about layer, bring it over here. Again, using the arrows to fine tune, put it there. Go back to the carousel, use the arrows to fine tune. And there we go, and that's how you do it. Again, you might want to change the size of it, so that's Command T, and then just holding Shift, you can make it smaller. You can go to the people are talking about. You might want to say, actually, let's move it back there and make it smaller. Obviously, you don't want to do this, but hopefully you get an idea. So that's using the Marquee tool, copy and paste, transform, arrow, brush and eyedropper, and with those tools and the steps that I've just shown you, you can apply that to any web page and just mess around, move things around, and yeah, it's really easy, so give it a go.